coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Chargers and the Raiders, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 24.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today, after a topsy-turvy first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kadarius Toney is intended target, and it's 3rd down. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers, they enter play ranked 8th against the run in the NFL.
Most of their challenges have come in the passing game because against the run, they've been pretty darn good. Now you got to figure out a way to slow down those receivers before they get downfield and maybe make a few more plays on the ball when it's in the air.
It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as they'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
And he certainly had his share of struggles in the opener, threw a couple of ill-timed interceptions in the game. So that was something that was harped upon all week in practice. Because if he's going to help this team be a winning one, he can't give the football away like he did last week.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries, 129 yards, and he threw a touchdown in there for good measure.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
And that's going to be good for Chargers' first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. The Chargers at 1-0 on the year following the win in week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. From the 50, here's Herbert. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 35. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. You look at this Raiders defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're the top 10 in the league in sacks. On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go. 3rd and 2, Herbert. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Run! Ready!
They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's the punter Trenton Gill to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he is caught. And they get him down, but not before the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Second down, Jacobs once more. After getting stopped on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He'll field this at the 5. A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the 2nd quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, if I haven't said it before, I'm certainly saying it now. No one throws a prettier deep ball than Justin Herbert. This thing's on a rope, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the 1st down.
Here we go on 4th down. And that's going to be good for the Chargers' 1st down as he gets it up past the 35.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it, and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can just... And the Raiders have got him. Max Crosby in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Going for the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 52 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 61 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got him the 1st down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
He's going to be very close to a first down. Good running, but looks like he's a yard short. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. They snap it to Herbert. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And the Raiders are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said, give me the analytics. And the analytics said, go for it. Didn't work out.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up as safety.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough. And that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. They'll roll him out right. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Let's go.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Counter play with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Well, everyone's eager to resume play here in this Week 2 contest, so we push right through halftime and back at it for the start of quarter 3. And And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So here are the Chargers to take over. Last week they defeated the Broncos, and they've got the lead here as well as they work with a 1st and 10. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. He won't get in, but they are going to have the football in a great spot. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Tommy Tremble, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Raiders take the forced fumble and convert it into 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 2. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. It looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Here is 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the 1st row.
This is taken around the 12. And he's all the way across the 50 before he's finally pushed out of bounds. Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And brought down, but not
keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Herbert operating from the red zone. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
The deuce is wild here. Second down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. Herbert. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now here's a throw. It's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. A handoff. Jacobs running to the left. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Asante Samuel able to make the play defensively.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Some quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd is back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Raiders first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed him to convert on 4th and long. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The pass taken in by Mayer. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sat back at the 38. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Now a throw here hauled in, and he is out of bounds inside the 30. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. They'll run right here with Jacobs. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense. But whistles are going to blow the play dead. Since it was 4th down, a fumble cannot be advanced by another player. But fortunately, they will have enough to keep the 1st down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to throw again. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
And his kick is good. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. 126 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Herbert. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Whistles now in a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. And he will have a Charger first down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line. Now it's Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now Herbert. Rolling to his left. And that is incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. So the Raiders now down by 6. 33 seconds to go. They've got to go the full 80 yards, and they've got to do it quick as they come up on first down. Back to throw. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he's brought down. They took a big shot there. It pays off. A solid gain downfield. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get into the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good.